Hey, what's up, guys? It's John Belcher here. I wanted to cut this quick video for you before I go and head out to Starbucks in about 10 minutes. I'm going to Starbucks just to get some work done and stuff like that. And one of the beauties of making money online full time is having the ability to go to like a coffee shop and just being there, hanging out, talking to people, socializing, and not having to worry about how your bills are going to be paid, or not having to worry about how your business is going to keep running, or how you're gonna get, new customers and stuff. So it's a very cool feeling just having that financial freedom, having the ability to socialize and just enjoy every second and every minute of your day. In this video, what I want to do is share with you a quick story, which is an experience of mine that I've had when I was about 14, 13 years old, right? One of my cousins, I have a cousin of mine who's very into like motorcycles and stuff, and his whole life he's always he's always rode like racing bikes and stuff like that. And I can remember even his kids, like when they hit a certain age, like when they hit like 9 years old, he got them their first dirt bike and stuff like that. So at a very young age, he started to introduce his kids into, riding motorcycles and stuff. And I promise you that in this story, there's $1 million message in this story. Just make sure to watch to the very end, because I'm telling you, this story is priceless. This is stuff that I apply up to this day that allows me to stay financially free. It allows me to keep my business running and stuff like that. But my cousin, he bought his kids, he bought them dirt bikes at a very young age. And then after that, now my older cousin, like he's my first cousin, those are my second cousins, but my first cousin is about in his 40s. And then next thing you know, my dad decided that he wanted to buy himself a motorcycle as well. So, now here I am, I would go over to my cousin's house and I would see them riding these dirt bikes, and I'm like 12, 13, somewhere around that age. And I would get excited, right? I'll get pumped up, because what kid doesn't want to ride a dirt bike? What kid doesn't want to learn how to ride it? Any type of bike that you see as a kid, you just want to start riding, you want to learn how to do it. So I would see these kids zooming past me, my cousins going really fast on the dirt bikes. They had their helmets, they had the knee pads, they had the chest gear, the whole 9 yards they had. And after a while, I started to bug my dad for my own dirt bike. I started to say, Dad, I want a dirt bike too. I want to ride a dirt bike as well. They have dirt bikes. Why do I have to go over there every single weekend and watch my cousins ride dirt bikes, and I'm not a part of that? You know what I mean? It's kind of sad for a 14-year-old, 13-year-old just to watch other kids riding dirt bikes and you don't have one. After a while, you're gonna want one. So I would basically bug my dad, can we get a dirt bike? Can we get a dirt bike? And finally, he said yes. Right, so we went to a couple shops, right? We shopped around for a little bit, and then finally I got my first dirt bike. I was about 13, 14 years old, and I got a Suzuki. It was called a Suzuki JR80. I'll never forget it. It was yellow and black, and it was a nice bike, pretty fast. I think the top speed was about somewhere around 50 miles per hour or 60 miles per hour, something like that. But it had 5 gears. Now, he bought me the dirt bike, got me my helmet, all my gear and all that stuff, right? So I was excited. I was happy as hell. I couldn't wait to go to my cousin's house to show them, man, I got my new dirt bike. Can I ride with you guys? Because they would go to a park not too far from their house in Cambria Heights, and I finally got my dirt bike. But the thing was, when I got my dirt bike, it took me a while to learn how to ride it, right? I'm not even gonna lie. Even though I wanted to ride so long for such a long period of time, it took me a while to learn how to ride the dirt bike. And I remember being a kid, getting on the bike and being frustrated because every time I would try to take off. Now remember, this is not an automatic bike. This is like a real dirt bike where you gotta switch gears, you gotta clutch, brake, all that stuff. So I was sitting there, and every time I would try to take off, the bike kept stalling out. The bike kept stalling out. The bike kept stalling out over and over again. And I got really, really upset because my cousin would get on the bike and just be out. He just start zooming away, right? And I want you to catch this, right? Because the dirt bike was a brand new thing to me. Riding motorcycles was a brand new thing to me. I've never rode a motorcycle before. I only wanted to ride a motorcycle because I saw how fun it looked for my cousins riding it. But when I actually got it, it was a difficult task for me to actually ride it the way how my cousins rode it. The bike kept stalling out on me. Now, the message in that is that the more I kept trying, right, I was getting frustrated because the bike kept stalling out on me. I had gas in the bike. Everything was good. The bike was brand new. So we knew nothing was wrong with the bike. The problem was me. The problem was me, right? And then what happened was, I was listening to my cousin. I was listening to, my dad telling me how to, release off the gas to ride the bike and stuff like that. And I would listen and stuff, but it wasn't enough. I still was stalling out on the bike, even though they were telling me what to do and how to do it. So one day I went back over there about 2 days later with the bike, right? After stalling out numerous times the first day, could barely ride the bike. Went back over there. Now my older cousin, he's rode bikes his whole life, right? And he got on his motorcycle, and I'm standing right next to him as he gets on his motorcycle because he's about to ride his motorcycle. And what I started doing was I started simply observing. I started watching. Instead of just listening what they were telling me, I started watching my cousin, like watching him on the bike. Like, what is he about to do that's going to allow him to take off so easily on this bike? So what I started watching was I was watching his hand movements, right, on the handlebars. I was watching his hand movements and how he was able to take off on the bike. I was standing right next to him. And as I observed, what I noticed, what's up, Z? How you doing? I hope everything is going well for you. As what I observed was priceless. I started saying, all right, this is all he's doing. It's really that simple. Remind you, when I was trying to get on a bike and ride it myself and just listen to what everybody was telling me, I kept stalling out. I wasn't able to take off. But when I sat there and I just stood right next to my cousin and I observed, I watched him with my eyes, exactly what he was doing. Guess what? That same day, I get back on my dirt bike. Within like about 3 tries, I take off and I'm riding this thing, right? And now I'm excited because I'm like, wow, from simple observation, I watched a pro who knew how to ride a bike for years and years. In 1 second, I had an immediate breakthrough. Everything in my life changed. I went from struggling as a bike rider to becoming a great bike rider. I mean, later on, I did bust my ass and stuff like that, but that was way after me learning how to switch gears and the mechanics of a bike, which is what I want you to catch in this message. A lot of times we want to speculate in business, right? A lot of times we want to just listen to people in business, which is good, right? That's all good to listen and just speculate and stuff like that. But the only way to have that major breakthrough that you're looking for, that major breakthrough that takes you to a completely next level, the next level where your life changes, your bank account changes, is by literally having a mentor or having access to a training system where you could watch firsthand what a successful person is doing in their business or what they're doing firsthand. I know for me, if you click the link in the description of this video, for those of you in Motor Club of America, if you're struggling, I have an MCA training system pro, right? And in that training system, I show you recorded videos over my screen, what I do on a daily basis to generate leads, to convert those leads into sales. And basically I make money online full time, right? This is what I do full time. So the moral of this story is that a lot of times just listening and just speculating, we'll stay in that struggling bubble, right? But the minute we choose to get a mentor, the minute we choose to invest in ourselves and our education, to watch firsthand and observe firsthand what somebody successful is doing on their computer every single day, that's when everything changes for us. Now, of course, even though we watch firsthand what that mentor is teaching us, we still have to apply consistently to see results, right? I mean, you have to be able to apply. Once my cousin showed me how to get on a motorcycle and how to take off on that motorcycle, I was able to actually apply that firsthand to my motorcycle when I got on my motorcycle, because I observed from him. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop listening to what everybody's saying. I'm gonna stop listening to all this noise, and I'm gonna go directly to the source, right? And I'm gonna learn from observation what this person is doing in the actual action that's allowing him to ride his motorcycle. And if we do that in business, I'm telling you, that's when everything changes for us. But a lot of times we want to speculate and wonder, what if this, what if that? Well, you don't got to wonder when you get with the right mentor, when you get the right training system and you plug in and you start applying consistently day in and day out. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get better and better and better and better. But a lot of times we need somebody to lead us step by step, to show us over their computer screen, over their backs, what they're doing on a daily basis. One of the greatest sayings, what's up, Melanie? How's it going, Melanie? Keep crushing it in your business. I see you doing your thing. I'm proud of you. Just keep doing your thing. Keep rocking it. But one of the things in business, right, that I'll tell you, one of the sayings that I know is true is they say you could bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? You can't make him drink. But one thing I know for sure is after a while, that horse is going to get thirsty, right? And the horse is going to have no choice but to drink. So the moral of the story of this whole story was that through actual observation, right? I know with my training system pro, I show you on my screen what I do. I explain to you why I do what I do. I explain to you how to generate leads on autopilot, as well as manual processes, meaning that I'm going to show you ways to generate leads while you're in your sleep, meaning that, you don't have to actually be up to generate the leads. I'm going to show you how to convert the sales while you're in your sleep firsthand over my computer screen. And you probably ask, okay, John, how many training modules are within your MCA Training System Pro? 8 training modules. 8 training modules teaching you over my screen. observation, step by step, what I do on a daily basis to have success. That's the best way to me to succeed. Just speculating and just listening to what people have to say is one thing, but actually being held by the hand, being shown step by step how to have success in your business, why certain principles and concepts should apply to your business, that's going to make all the difference. That could be the difference between you struggling at a 9-to-5 job that you hate to you quitting your job, being able to live free every single day, hanging out with your friends, just getting on videos like this at, on a Thursday, just hanging out. That can mean the difference between you inspiring, a whole world of people, or being at a job, standing on your feet all day, being hopeless, being restless and stuff like that. Because I can remember with me at my 9-to-5 job, making $8.50 an hour, I didn't have any purpose. I really didn't want to be there, to be honest with you. I would have much rather do something that can impact other people, that can inspire other people. And, here I am today. So one thing I have to say, guys, if you don't have the MCA Training System Pro, it's in the description of this video. Take heed to my story, because that's how my life changed with my motorcycle experience. But my life also changed in business when I started actually investing in myself and actually learning from coaches firsthand. And, even honestly, I spent over $20,000 since I've been online investing into products, audios, personal development, and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, everything is an investment. But at the end of the day, you got to realize that when we allow somebody to show us firsthand, somebody who's already having success, it's a different story than just listening. It's a very different story, right? Because now it's kind of like walking with that person, seeing what they see, seeing why they see it that way, which is very, very important for you guys. So Melanie's saying, if you haven't purchased Pro, get it immediately. If you have it, apply the knowledge. It works. Yeah, I mean, it's simple stuff. It's not anything that's too complicated or anything like that. It's very simple stuff. But the most important thing about the training system is I show what I do on a daily basis, right? I show what I do firsthand, recorded on my daily basis. Recorded on my computer screen. I'm getting tongue tied here and switching up my words and all that stuff. But moral of the story is, if you got to watch this video again just to get the concept down and the principle down, watch it again, right? Take heed to what I'm saying. Get the training product, which is in the link in the description of the video, and I will see you guys at the top. This is John Belcher. Please share some stuff in the group today. If you've been getting sales, if you've been crushing it in your business, in the 300 to Freedom movement that we have here, let people know what's been going on. Let people know about the success you've been having. Let people know about the sales you've been getting. I don't always know when people make sales and when people are succeeding, because they don't always tell me, but it's great to share and let people know, all right, this works, that works. If we become more of like a community where we can share ideas and stuff like that, things will grow a lot quicker. We'd have a lot more success, guys. So I will see you guys at the top. This is John Belcher. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.